Hi, I'm Mike, founder of GoodBed.com. Today we're going to be taking you through a couple of different product lines from a company called Diamond Mattress. Now, Diamond is a family-owned mattress manufacturer that has been around for over 80 years. Now, what's interesting to us about Diamond is that they are now selling their products directly to consumers nationwide. So for all this time, you've been able to find their products in local stores, particularly if you are in the western part of the United States. But now everybody will have access to buy these products, and they'll be able to buy them directly from the company making these mattresses. So we're excited to show you these. Stick around. Now, the first product line we're going to show you is what they call their gift collection. And this is a collection that starts at $9.99 in a queen size and goes up to $16.99 in a queen size. Those would be MSRP mattress only prices. And in total in this collection you have 12 models, and they're divided between 4 kind of sub collections, each of which corresponds to a different letter of the word gift. So the collection starts at G, which is the Grateful Hybrid. Then it goes up to the I, Intention Hybrid. Then it goes to the F, the Faith Hybrid, and the T, Transformation Hybrid. And we'll take you through each of those sub-collections to tell you how their features differ as you move up through those. But within each of those, you're going to have the same 3 options, which are going to be just a choice of feel between firm, medium, and plush. And there's 2 ways that they achieve these different feels at each level. Number 1 is by varying up the softness of the transition layer of foam. So each of these mattresses at each level is going to have a transition layer of foam that's right directly above the coils. And depending on whether you're on the firm, medium, or plush, you're going to be having a different softness level of that layer. The second thing they do is that the firm and medium models are going to use a firm coil, and the plush model is going to use a plush coil. So you can even see that with a crude demo here. If I just kind of plop down on the medium version right here versus if I plop down similarly on the plush version, there's more give there. I mean, and part of that is going to be due to the softer transition foam we just talked about, but I think a bigger part of it in that particular example is coming from the fact that they're using softer coils in that plush version. So now let's get into the features and characteristics of these gift collection mattresses. And we're going to start with the ones that they all have in common, all 12 models. And the first one is that they all 12 come compressed in a box, much like the size of box that you'd find most online mattresses these days. And that's going to be true whether you buy one of these mattresses online or from your local store. And in terms of the mattress construction and the common features there, let's start with the support core of the mattress, because pretty much that support core is shared across all 12 models. And you can see here a cutaway of it. And what you're looking at essentially is you've got zoned coil construction here. First of all, there are, in a queen size, 744 coils in these mattresses, but they're zoned in such a way that you have more coils, a higher density of coils in the center third of the mattress, right here, underneath where the heaviest part of your body is going to be, which for all of us is our hips. So the idea is more support under that heaviest part of your body. And the way they achieve that is not by using different coils, even though they do have a different color cover on them. The way they do this instead is how they arrange these coils. What you can see here is that in the head and foot of the mattress, coils are going to be arranged in a standard grid-like configuration. And you can see there's a fair amount of space that ends up being between each coil. That's just the sort of normal way of doing pocketed coils. Whereas in the center third, they have nested these coils. And so you can see here, just the amount of space between these coils is a lot less. And so what that allows is allows you to get more coils per square foot. In fact, more specifically, about 25% more coils per square foot in this center third, which just basically is a way of providing more support in this center third of the mattress. Now, the other thing you'll notice here is this foam perimeter here, and basically you're looking at about 3 inches, maybe 2 to 3, somewhere in there, of much firmer foam here going around the perimeter of the mattress all the way around, just to give it a nice strong edge. And the last thing I want to note about all 12 of these mattresses that relates to the way this support core is designed, because it uses pocketed coil construction, they're all going to be adjustable base compatible. So in terms of the other properties that these gift collection mattresses are going to have in common, one is just the simple aesthetic common thread, which is that all of them have a cover that features this kind of diamond pattern design in the center third that you see here. The other thing that all of these mattresses are going to have in common, with the one exception of the Grateful hybrid at the beginning of the gift collection, is going to be this material here, which is called Diamond Sparkle Foam. This is a 2-inch layer, which is typically what these things have. And this is a material that is designed with 2 particular cooling properties in mind. Number 1 is it contains graphene, which is made from graphite, which is a highly conductive material. And a conductor allows heat to travel more efficiently away from your body, and that's good for keeping you cool. And we've got a demonstration to show that. And the second characteristic is that it has very open cell foam design, so it allows a lot of air to pass through it, and we also have a demonstration to show you that. And in terms of the other characteristics of this foam, I just want to point out this is not memory foam, so it doesn't have any of that kind of slow responsiveness that you would expect if it were memory foam. But likewise, it's not super bouncy like a latex. It's just kind of in between. But I would say it is fairly conforming. And this particular example of it is also relatively soft, although it may or may not come in different firmness levels than what we have here. We wanted to do just a quick, fun demonstration to illustrate the conductive properties of graphite. And we're going to use for this some ice cubes fresh out of the freezer. You can see here this ice cube. This is a plastic knife. Plastic, you may know, is not a conductor. And if I press down here, there's no way for me to cut this ice cube. Not surprisingly, you wouldn't think a plastic knife can cut an ice cube. But what we're going to do now is take a piece of pure graphite, and it's been in the freezer, and we're going to hold it with this scientific bear here so that we don't accidentally transfer any heat from my body. Okay, so my bear assistant here is holding the cold graphite, and you can see here, very similar to the plastic knife, it does not want to cut that ice cube. Okay, but now watch this. If I just take the graphite from the bear, hold it between my 2 hands here, and I can already feel it warming up just by absorbing heat from my fingers here. So now I'll take the same piece of graphite and it will cut through this ice cube like a hot knife through butter. So there you have it, the conductive properties of graphite. All right, since we're having so much fun with science, we're going to do one more demo here, and this is going to be to illustrate the airflow properties of open cell foam versus closed cell foam. So what we have here is a couple of fans that are trying to pull air through here. And what you can see here is that the fan underneath this open cell foam, which is the Diamond Sparkle Foam that we talked about earlier, is pulling the air successfully through enough to elevate this ping pong ball. Whereas the closed cell foam over here, it can't get enough airflow. If I pull this up a little bit, that gives it enough, it can do it. But otherwise it can't get enough air. Now for the skeptics out there, I'm going to switch this around and just show you that these fans are the same. They're doing the same thing on each side. And I can even double this up, where I put twice as much of the open cell foam over here. It's still able to get enough air, whereas the closed cell foam still can't. So now we're going to take you through the different levels of the gift collection, and we're going to start here at the entry level, which is the Grateful Hybrid collection here. And these again start at $9.99 in a queen size for the mattress only. And this is the one collection that does not include that sparkle foam that we showed you earlier. Instead, it includes this swirled gel memory foam, a 2-inch layer of it. And you can see here, this certainly has that slow responding memory characteristic. Also I would add that this is just a little firmer than the sparkle foam. So in general, I'd say that these Grateful hybrids tend to have a little bit more surface firmness as a result of that. This gel memory foam layer, by the way, is right underneath the quilt. So it's not exactly at the top of the mattress, but it's high enough in the mattress that you can certainly see some of that delayed responsiveness when you press down on the mattress. All right, so now we've moved up to the second product line here within the gift collection, which is called Intention, so the Intention Hybrids. And here you have a couple of new features. Number one is that in the cover of the mattress, you have some polyethylene yarns that are used here to give a coolness to the touch. This is not phase change material. It's more of just like a high density conductive yarn that does give the mattress a little bit of coolness to the touch. And then below that, below the quilting, you have actually that sparkle foam that we showed you earlier. You have a 1.5-inch layer of convoluted sparkle foam. Convoluted is that kind of egg crate shaped foam. So in general, these are going to be mattresses that have a little bit more softness and a little bit more cushioning depth than their counterparts in the Grateful collection. And this is the collection, by the way, that starts at, or that costs $11.99, queen size, mattress only, MSRP. And it is a couple inches thicker than the Grateful as well, about 14.5 inches here. And the last feature I just wanted to show you that starts with the intention level is these handles here, which you can see here are functional weight-bearing handles that you can use to reposition or even relocate the mattress. All right, so now we've moved up to the Faith collection, the third in the series. And in this case, you're gonna see the only non-quilted cover in this collection. You can see here it's a stretch cover. It's got kind of that waterfall design. And as a result of that, you're gonna have the first comfort layer that's, you're gonna have it right up at the top of the mattress, which is this sparkle foam that we showed you earlier. And in this case, it's not a convoluted kind of egg crate shaped, it's just a 2-inch layer just like this of the sparkle foam right up at the top. And the other thing that you're going to have added at this level is another cooling characteristic, which is in addition to that polyethylene conductive yarn that we showed you in the previous collection, you're also going to have some phase change material in this cover just to give it a smidge more coolness to the touch. So this collection is going to go for $14.99, mattress only, queen size. And in general, in terms of its characteristics, I think just by virtue of the fact that it doesn't have the quilting, you're going to get a little bit closer conformance, but probably similar amount of overall sink to what you found in the intention. All right, so now we've moved up to the top of the line within the gift collection, which is called the Transformation Hybrid. And again, you have 3 models, your choice of softness. These are going to be about an inch thicker than the Faith models that we just looked at, which were 14.5 inches. And the cover is actually going to be the same. The difference is that it's a quilted cover instead of a stretch unquilted cover like you saw on the Faith. And the main difference you're going to see in these transformation models is the addition of a 1-inch layer of micro coils, which you see here. These are just tiny little coils. Sometimes they're called nano coils. This sheet that goes across the mattress has over 1,300 of these additional coils. Because of their relatively small diameter, they can be very conforming to your curves, as well as just by virtue of being springs, they have a naturally quick responsiveness to them. So with the coils in this layer added to the coils in the support layer, you're going to have over 2,000 coils in these transformation models. And these are going to go for $16.99, queen size, mattress only, MSRP. And in terms of how these compare in terms of their feel, we would probably say that these overall have the deepest cushioning and maybe even like the most just general plushness, even relative to their counterparts, you know, medium for medium, firm for firm. You're going to have just a little more plushness and cushioning depth on these than on the others, but without any memory feel. All right, so now that we've fully covered the gift collection, we wanted to show you one other collection from Diamond Mattress that you may see nationwide, whether online or in your local stores. And this is called the Rally Collection. And this is a little bit more of a performance collection, has a little bit less of a traditional look and feel. It's designed to cater more to athletes, for example. So you see little signals of that, like these racing stripes and so forth. And essentially, the Rally is a little bit more configurable type of design here. So you have specifically 3 choices that you can use to configure your Rally mattress. They relate to what they call the 3 C's: core, comfort, and cover. So in terms of core, you have the option of either a foam core or a spring core, springs being pocketed coils. And either way, it's not going to change the height of the mattress, which is going to be 12 inches regardless, or the cost. which is going to start at $12.99 in a queen size. In terms of cover, you're going to actually have 3 choices in this area, and they really relate more to cooling than anything else. You can start with the baseline cover, which you see over there, or for $200 you can upgrade to this cover that I'm on here, which has some phase change material in the cover, just to give it a little bit of added coolness to the touch. Or for an additional $100 beyond that, you can upgrade to a package that includes this same cover, but also adds a layer of phase change material to the top layer of foam directly below that cover, this copper infused foam here. So essentially what you're getting there is phase change material both in the cover as well as in that top layer of foam. And phase change material, I should add, is essentially a conductor. It helps pull heat away from your body while you're sleeping to create some additional coolness. And the last area of choice you're going to have relates to comfort, the third C. And this is just going to be a matter of feel. You're going to have basically a firm, medium, and a plush to choose from. So any of the previous permutations we discussed would be available in firm, medium, or plush for the same price. So just briefly in terms of what's in these Rally mattresses, they have about 4 layers. What you're going to see here is underneath this cover here, the top layer is going to be this copper infused foam. Copper being a conductor, it's designed to help heat travel more efficiently away from your body. That's why they've infused this foam with that material. Below that, you're going to have this gel swirl foam right here, which is a memory foam, so it's got a little bit of that slow responding nature. This copper foam, by the way, is not memory foam, quick responding. But basically that's going to be your top 2 layers. Below that, you're going to have a transition foam, and that's generally going to be where they're going to vary up the softness levels of the mattress. Is either going to be in that transition layer or even potentially in the coil unit below that. So it's 2 inches of this, followed by 2 inches of this, followed by 2-inch transition layer, and then below that you're either going to have foam or springs. So we hope you found this to be a helpful overview of both the gift and Rally collections from Diamond Mattress. For more helpful information about how to choose the right mattress for you, go to GoodBed.com. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and we really hope you sleep well.